Put your shoes on. No response. Put your shoes on. Still nothing. Now your voice changes. Put your shoes on now. And suddenly, of course, you're frustrated. Your child is crying, and you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? But here's the truth that most parents never hear. Your child is not ignoring you. They are responding exactly the way you train them to respond. I have 2 kids, an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old, and trust me, I understand. See, most parents think that the problem is disobedience, but it's actually something a lot deeper. When you repeat yourself again and again, your child learns one powerful lesson. The first time doesn't matter. Not the second, maybe not even the third time that you talk to them. It only matters when you change your voice. At that point, action becomes necessary because you're upset. So what are they really waiting for? They're not waiting for your words. They're waiting for your reaction. That's the problem. And that's really where the cycle that we're going to talk about here begins. Not because your child is difficult. My kids are great. Okay? I understand this, and I'm working with them all the time on it because it's not easy. They're not difficult, though. Their brain is learning a pattern. We have to make sure to recognize that they're not going to just respond to lectures. They respond to patterns. So there's another thing parents miss. Children, especially the young ones, they struggle with transitions. This is a big one for me. I work hard with my kids on transitions. When they're playing, their attention is locked in. Their brain is deeply focused. They're engaged on the task in front of them. Switching tasks feels like an interruption. It's not instruction. So when you stand far away and you say, come on, clean up. Come on, I told you we got to go soon. We got to get ready. We got to clean up, whatever it may be. To them, it's just background noise. They don't actually hear it. Not because they don't care, but because you never help them switch gears. So we're going to talk a little bit about what actually works. You don't need a louder voice. You do not need to repeat yourself over and over again. You don't need to get angry. I'm going to give you a few steps, all right? Step number 1 is to go to them. I do this quite a bit. I go right to my sons. I sit down. I don't yell at them over a distance. I walk over. I get on their level. They're probably going to be playing on the floor, right? They're going to be lower than me. So I get right down there, and I get their attention first. And then I give them one clear instruction. This is step number 2. Give them that instruction in a calm voice. Put your shoes on. That's all you have to say. There are no extra words, no explanations, no threats, no consequences right now, right? We're just talking to them calmly. Step number 3, and this is tough, is silence. This is where most parents are going to fail. They're going to repeat themselves. But silence is where responsibility begins. Give them the space to respond. And yes, sometimes they're going to fail. All right? Step number 4 is follow through. And this is where you have to remain calm and centered and stable and just be yourself. Nice deep breaths. If nothing happens, you simply say, I'll help you get started. Then you act. You don't get angry. You don't get emotional. You're just consistent. Kids love consistency. They thrive on that. And here's the difference. Before the shouting, the repeating, the stress, no action, right? Afterwards, though, when we take this particular process, calm voice, clear instructions, immediate follow through. Same kid, different system. And the behavior changes. They learn this pattern. Look, your child is not ignoring you. This was something that was difficult for me. I didn't understand this at first. They are adapting, though, to how instructions are delivered. If the system rewards waiting, they will wait. If the system rewards action, they are going to act. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to be stricter. They are not disobeying you. You just need to be consistent. Again, this is a key ingredient, the consistency. Walk over, speak one time. Then you're silent for a moment. You follow through. That's how listening is going to be built with your little one. Not through the pressure, okay? That's something that I think a lot of us are used to. We've seen it. We want to build clarity. Now, if this helped you, share it with another parent who is stuck in the same cycle. And if you want more real parenting strategies like this, subscribe, because small changes in how you speak can change everything in your home and make things a lot easier for your kids. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.